long ago when we last saw each other, when we last danced together under a sea of stars. I remember it like it was yesterday when full moons and summer breezes accompanied us in open fields of love. We would hold hands as our favorite melodies would trickle out of the speaker like raindrops from clouds, and the only thing that mattered was that we were together. 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 But I'm here to deliver the news that those days we cherish so much are just over the horizon. And through the glare of the setting sun, I can clearly see a celebration of togetherness, a celebration of life. Once again, we will dance throughout the night and even through the sunrise. I can see it. Can you see it? I can feel it. Can you feel it? Can you see us singing along to our favorite songs with our hands raised high in the sky as if we were trying to catch an invisible vibe to take home? It's just a matter of time. Close your eyes and imagine all us together again. If you can feel it, then it shall be. Thunder without the rain, only to realize it's that bass in your face. Imagine taking a breath without wondering if it soon will be your last. Imagine kissing the one you love once again without fear. Well, that day is now. Finally we are back in the place where we used to congregate. Where all around us we see familiar faces, creating new memories to replace the ones we lost. With people from all over the world, where words not be spoken. Love is a universal language now. Finally we are free, free to roam, free to touch, free to move, free to dance, free to rejoice. From now until tomorrow, welcome back.
Depend on the side of the fight we in. Oh, babe. vibey. So vibey. I'm just giving big like 90s house, like just these vibes are like you had a really good time, you hit the lottery, and like it's like the early 90s, and it's like the heavy house shit is playing. You're like on a dance floor going crazy. Shout out to all the initiates in the building. Shout out to everybody watching live on Odyssey. What the fuck is up? Yo, we're about to kick this shit off. Everybody's ready and raring to go. If you don't like house, I don't know what to tell you. It's all high vibrations, high frequency. I'm trying to build you up instead of bring you down. We need each other. We need each other. We need each other. There it is. I'm about to transition. Test. Yo, how's my audio, y'all? Awesome. Yo, what's up, fam? Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I missed you all. It wasn't intentional, you know. It's just like I wasn't on vacation. Trust me, I wasn't on vacation. You just gotta go with the flow, you know. I was in pain. No, for real. Like I was in pain. Like I was like, I mean, like we're apparently everybody was injured. I got like an old injury flared up. I don't think I stretched. I normally stretch very well and often, and at one point I didn't stretch as well as I normally do when I was at the gym, and then I didn't feel it. You know, adrenaline and testosterone and cock and balls make you don't feel anything until like 2 days later when you're like snuggled up in bed being all warm and sweet. Yo, my back was like, I was like, holy shit, my shit was fucked up. I couldn't sit well, and I couldn't stand. So that's why I couldn't stand, because I don't know if you could tell after all these years, I'm always standing. I'm standing up. I'm not sitting down right now. I don't sit. I feel like sitting and streaming is like, I don't know. I can't project. My energy levels aren't right. During the whip, I sit. But that's because like we're like doing all sorts of certain things, whatever. I don't know. But if I were streaming during the whip, I would stand. I'd still be yelling. Spherical Art, you don't stretch your thing. you don't stretch your thing. I was stretching it. I was stretching it all day and all night. What else am I supposed to do in a bear market? It's so boring. What else am I supposed to do in a bear market? Oh, you can't hear me? Did my audio cut out? Oh, maybe because my voice. Did my audio cut out? Was it jumping in and out when I raised my voice? Okay. Okay, cool. Oh, so no, Spherical Art was just saying, I don't hear nothing because he's trolling me. Yo. Let's kick this shit off. What the fuck is up? Clearly, I'm your host show. I was just reminiscing and reconnecting with friends because I wasn't able to stream because I hurt myself and I was trying to recuperate. Normally my body bounces back. But my back wasn't able to bounce. It felt like jelly. He said, I've never seen his waist. Trust me, I haven't seen my waist either during the bear market. I haven't seen my waist in years, let alone anything else below my waist. I haven't seen it. I don't know what it looks like. I think it's there. I'm assuming it's there. I don't know, you know. When I was born, they told me I'm a man, but I haven't been able to see between my legs since before I left the uterus. Yo, what the fuck is up? I'm your host show. You already know this is that was the pre-show. That was the pre-show music. Now this is me talking shit because I'm always talking shit. This is COPYPASTA. COPYPASTA is a live event concept brought to you by the Initia project. It's very simple. We find things in the space that are blatant copies and duplicates of each other because copying is boring, it's unoriginal, and we want to call that shit out. It's like, hey, look, this is clearly a blatant steal, a blatant copy. You know, leave me and my anatomy alone. Shout out to all the initiates. Everybody was like, they say their feet, their fingers, they're like, now they're body shaming me. They're saying they don't see past my shoulders. I have small shoulders. I have long arms and small shoulders. Leave me and my shoulders alone. I'm going to get lip injections in my shoulders. Plump them up. Plump those bad boys up. No, but all right, this is the deal. But during this event, it's very simple. Right? Normally we find projects and things like that are very similar to each other, but instead this is what we're actually going to do. There's been a thing happening lately in the crypto space. We're under attack. We are under attack. I don't know if you noticed, but the SEC has been blatantly attacking just about everything and everyone. And the CFTC as well. So I want you, it's to the point where like their arguments are so like dumb or like unoriginal. It's like they're the associate commissioner or like the intern to the associate commissioner. Whoever's running to get the coffee and scones in the morning for Gary Gensler, that's the person who's actually doing research and writing all this dumbass shit up. So it seems like they're copying and pasting. Just like their cover letter to become a member of the SEC working there. They're copying and pasting shit that they found on like Urban Dictionary about what crypto is. Or like The Onion, you know? So I want you to copy and paste this COPYPASTA. I want you to find the arguments, right, that the SEC is making for the reasons why some of these projects are like unregistered or illegal. Because I don't know what's illegal anymore. But they seem to be finding everything to be illegal. I don't understand. Like, I think the biggest issue everybody has is like, you're existing, right? I'll phrase this in a way where like people can kind of understand. You're breathing air. You've been breathing air for years. Suddenly the government or an agency within the US government says, you know what? We're in a recession. We need to make money somehow. So, we can't get them. We can't get them hooked on drugs. You know, we've been trying to sell their data. They're calling us out. You know, drugs are like killing people, and killing people is bad. I think maybe we need to find a new creative way. Breathing. You know what? Why don't we tax people for when they exhale? Because like people need oxygen in them, and they're wasting oxygen by exhaling the oxygen. You're breathing too much. So we're going to tax you every time you exhale. Oh, you're breathing air within the U.S., the confines and the jurisdiction of the United States of America. We are going to tax you every time you exhale. We're going to tax you $5. Oh, wait, no, you're unregistered? No, you have to register your breaths. You're only allowed to take 13 breaths in a day, and then everything else is taxed. Otherwise, it's illegal. You're going to go to jail for breathing. Do we see how ridiculous it is? But it's like, well, wait a minute. I thought that it's okay for us to breathe. I thought that this comes with the territory. Literally, the territory. I'm a citizen. I should be able to breathe, right? He's like, no, well, look, we've been giving money to these airplane corporations and stuff, whatever the fuck you want to call them, to bail them out. We canceled student debt. We only gave a little bit of money, but not enough. So you're still in debt. You know, oh my God, I just yawned. I'm going to be taxed. So like, they're like, we need a new and novel way to make more money because we know you're hiding it. They're trying to equate this to what crypto was like. They're trying to equate this to what crypto was like. Within the confines of this space, you are allowed to trade and transact. But if certain rules aren't in place, right? You've been trading and transacting your entire life, you know? There's been no rule other than the rules when unless trading stocks, exchanging your money for things. So exchanging your money for other money, but then putting it on a computer is illegal. But since when? Since when? The representation of the money on the computer is not real money. We don't know about it. You didn't tell us that this money is on a computer. You have to tell us, and then you have to fill out a bunch of forms so we know what it is. But then even when you fill out the forms and you try to explain it, they still don't understand. So it's like, hey, listen, I need to exhale, you know, because carbon dioxide is dangerous. Oxygen is beneficial. So if it's illegal to exhale, I need to explain to you the benefits and the reasoning behind the fact that human beings exhale carbon dioxide. Oh no, but it's bad for the climate. Climate change. It's destroying the ozone layer. Carbon dioxide gets consumed by plants. Shout out to my plant children right next to me, right over here on the windowsill. Carbon dioxide is consumed by plants, and then oxygen is reproduced. So it's good. You want me to exhale. If the U.S. economy is shit, if it's in the tank, if I'm exchanging the U.S. dollar for other currencies, enriching myself as a U.S. citizen, and then in an indirect way strengthening the U.S. dollar again, that's beneficial to the climate. It's beneficial all around. So give me an example, y'all. Give me an example of the reasoning. I mean, that was a long, drawn-out thing, but if you're patient enough, you really listen, you can see the parallels in regards to what I'm talking about. Give me an example of what the SEC is doing and how they're copying and pasting shit. They're writing the law in the moment as it is. Okay, I'll give you an example. The SEC has been fighting Ripple, XRP. They said that XRP is a security. Ripple, the Ripple Foundation, the Ripple Army has been fighting tooth and nail. It's been a full-scale war in the court of law. The SEC is getting its ass kicked because it admitted and said things, and now they're backtracking and they're hiding shit. They picked the wrong person to fight against. And they're like, you know what? We're going to copy and paste this and pick a weaker target. We'll go after the library protocol. Oh, you guys are YouTube, but you're selling tokens like Telegram did with their token. No, you're selling securities. You're promising a profit, and people are becoming soft stockholders. And the library is like, no. You can buy it if you want. It has a use case. You can use it in order to provide better views for your content that you're posting. There's utility. It's a utility coin. Right? And then another example, they did it again. They did it with UkiDAO and B0X protocol. They're saying, oh no, look, you're selling securities, and then you have a group of people, and you had an initial coin offering. You sold it to them, and they're expecting to make millions. It's a Ponzi scheme. And they're like, no, this is a decentralized autonomous organization. They make their own choices. We make our own choices together. It's used for governance. They're like, there's only one governance in the jurisdiction of the United States, and it's the U.S. government. No other government is supposed to exist. You're not supposed to have a voice. Your constituents, you're supposed to spend millions of dollars that you don't have in a recession in order to elect someone during the midterms in order to represent you. It's clear. All right. It's clear that the SEC, they don't know. They want to make money. They don't know how or what this thing is. They're worried about Russia and China getting more of it. Actually, not really. That's the thing. If you're worried about Russia or China or North Korea getting more US dollars or devaluing the US dollar through crypto by buying more crypto and then buying out the US dollar, I don't understand. I don't understand. They're creating centralized. Let me hold on. Let me get my thoughts together because it makes no sense. That's why. This technology is burgeoning. Brand new. First to the gold, first to the money, first to the food. Russia and China stumbled. They fucked up with their policies. They banned, both of them attempted to ban and then bring in and then create something that reflects their fiat dollar. Well, their fiat currency, pardon me. Dollar doesn't exist everywhere. If you're instead of you analyzing the different forms, different types of currencies, right? Instead of trying to burn and kill and destroy, why don't you see how these things can strengthen what you already have to maintain your foothold, right? Maybe you'll see why Library has a utility token. Maybe you'll see why XRP's token is not just a security. Maybe you'll see why the UkiDAO governance token is beneficial, or governance token overall. Okay. Shout out to Dragon Nate. He just dropped something. He says, there's a quote from Neil deGrasse Tyson about religious people. I don't know, therefore God. With the SEC, it's more like, I don't know, therefore tax. That's a very good. Thank you so much for sharing that. That's very insightful. This fear of unknown, this misunderstanding. I thought that there was only one currency because maybe I was born after the Bretton Woods meeting in the early 90,000s, 1900s, where fiat became fiat. They don't remember what it was like beforehand. Yeah, sure, 19,000s. But I agree. It seems very heavy-handed. They're copying and pasting this approach. You can't copy and paste the Howey test. It's not a one size fits all, especially when in the early 1900s, a lot of the technology, a lot of the ways of thinking, being, how business is done has evolved like eons past. It's like so far ahead. You can't use that shit in order to govern what's happening right now. You can't use that shit to govern what's happening. Now they're using that because it's clear that you want to maintain power, right? There are people who want to be complicit. There are people who want to abide by the rules. But you can't go after people. I'm not going to say good or bad because that's a matter of perspective and it's subjective. There's no such thing as good and bad people, right? I think there's no such thing as good and bad people. There's just people, right? And according to your options and opportunities, you'll make a choice. It comes down to choices. But people want to be complicit. People want to pay taxes. They want to do the things correctly. But if you're attempting to create legislation through enforcement, you're fucking up many things. You're destroying the trust people have in the government, right? Of course, it's better to be feared than loved, but irrational fear does more damage than this. Isn't calculated fear. They think this is calculated fear. You don't even understand the threat. If the threat is not a threat, if it's a gift, you know, in the crypto space, there's a term called FOMO, right? Fear of missing out, you know? It's the reason why I bring up FOMO is because the U.S. government, it's not that they're afraid of missing the train. They're afraid of the train coming into their station and enriching them. They're like, no, we like this the way it is. Right? Send that $1 trillion gold mine the other way. You know, we'll make other people, we'll get it another way. But it's irrational. How are you going to send it away but then try to tax the train, or no, destroy the train, blow up the train, but then try to get the money after destroying it, instead of when you could have easily just had it walk into the station, take a little bit, enrich you continuously. You see my point. My explanation doesn't make sense because they don't make sense. And then they're copying this irrationality. They're copying this irrationality in order to get ahead. You're in a recession because of your dumbass, not the people. People want to do the right thing. They're not hiding things, but you're accusing people of hiding things when they're not hiding things. And then you want their privacy and their data in order to sell their activity. You want to, you know what I noticed? I got an ad on YouTube. It was this company that says, yeah, Sarah has a yellow dress. Hi, Sarah. We know that you like yellow dresses because of your user data. We want to sell you more yellow dresses. Since we have this information, right? Then they spoke to the person whose data they took, and then to the people that, like the companies that they want to do business with. They're like, yeah, so we can find more Sarahs for you. Find the people you can sell your products to. Well, I think it's called Cleverly or some dumbass shit like that. Basically selling users' data about their interests, their likes, their dislikes, in order to better tailor the crack in the form of drugs and food and clothes and jewelry and all kinds of shit that they don't need. It's like we can personally tailor the ways that we can sell you shit that you have a high probability of wanting, so we can continuously keep churning money out of you. No more blanket commercial ads. We're going to sell directly to you. So now I'm saying this because the U.S. government, the U.S. government is like, hey, listen, we know you're spending things on this. We want to know specifically what you're spending on because we feel like we need to take a larger chunk. Then we're going to start accusing you of spending your money incorrectly. It should be going to us. If anything, you don't deserve that. You don't deserve the money. You don't deserve it. You're not intelligent. You don't deserve it. We're just going to squeeze it out of you. We're going to squeeze it the fuck out of you. Unfortunately, taxation isn't considered theft because, wait, didn't the motherfuckers leave England and say no taxation without representation? And now the motherfuckers are like, well, we're here, so we're going to squeeze and tax the shit out of you. It's like, no, wait, when it was happening to your forefathers, it was a problem. Just because there was an Atlantic Ocean in between you and the motherfucker who was asking for this shit. There's no Atlantic Ocean between me and the motherfuckers asking for this shit. But it feels like it. There's an ocean divide in the form of understanding. They feel like they want to squeeze it out of you until you're not here anymore. You want to keep selling me drugs in the form of Balenciaga shoes and handbags, in the form of 99-cent pasta sauce, chicken Alfredo sauce, chicken pot pie. You just keep selling me shit. In order to get out of a recession, we need you to spend more money. But we're not going to give you any money. We're going to limit your means of making. The only way you can make money is if you become a cog in a wheel. We need you to work for big companies and corporations. Work for a 9 to 5, 10 to 12. No vacation. No sick time. And we're going to give you a low wage. But then they worry. But they're confused as to why people don't have any money with it. Like, how do you expect people to pay taxes if they can't live, sleep, eat? How do you expect people to pay taxes if they can't afford anything? How do you expect people to create new things in order to keep the economy going if you're taking the innovation right out of their hands? You make it illegal. Innovation is illegal. Technology is illegal. But you add a bunch of red tape, a bunch of paperwork and shit in order to confuse them. You move the goalpost. If taxation was not theft, they wouldn't be giving powerful people and corporations tax breaks out of fear of losing their endorsement funding, etc., and making them upset. There's this dumbass thing, and I saw an article about this in the 80s called trickle-down economics. Mind you, in the 80s, how many times did they fuck up when it came to like the economy? Many times. Trickle-down economics, if you give the money at the top and then let these corporations, these big corporations, create jobs in order to funnel the money through, you'll be able to stimulate the economy because it establishes growth through capitalism, growth through corporations making things, products to sell, in addition to giving people money to buy the products that are being sold. But clearly it doesn't work. Trickle-down economics doesn't work. You just gave these corporations a big bailout. What, like a year and a half ago? And you're still in a recession? Where'd the money go? If taxation was not theft, it would be fair across everybody, and the poorest would get the most tax breaks, not the richest. Trickle-down. I feel like, yeah, I agree. Ponzi or pyramid scheme, trickle-down economics. Hello. Trickle down? At the top is one CEO. At the bottom are hundreds of people. I mean, clearly these motherfuckers were sleeping during geometry class, the geometry portion of the math class. Do you really think that Jerome Powell, do you think that he really took a math class? Elizabeth Warren teaching kindergarten math, and yet she doesn't understand crypto. Janet Yellen, do you think that Janet Yellen fucking Look, I don't understand, man. Gary Gensler is clearly acting like a prissy bitch. He's trying to be special. He was jealous of Kim Kardashian. Then he took a shot at Monkey JPEGs today. That's crazy. That's wild. He clearly wants attention. He's trying to make it seem like he's doing good. You know, this is some real middle management shit. Like, you're taking shots, you're being brutal as fuck. This reminds me of when I was working in retail and there was this girl. I've been working there and she had been hired as a manager while I wasn't a manager. But she essentially was being hired to manage me. And she said, you know what? I was told that on the first day of the job, pick somebody out. Pick someone out that you're managing and you lay into them hard. To the point where you fire them the first day. The first day you're there, you fire someone. In order to make the higher-ups know that you can be respected and trusted, and let everybody else know on the bottom that you're to be feared. And the higher-ups love you. So you go on the attack. You know what I told her? And this is what I'm going to leave everybody off with. You know what I told her? I was like, have you not had sex in a while? I mean, like, sex is fun. Sex is cool. Sex, like, will, like, relieve all that stress and tension you're dealing with, you know. You got a new job and you're having sex, you won't feel the need to ruin anyone else's life. You won't feel the need to ruin anyone else's life if you're happy in your own life. What kind of miserable motherfucker goes to work just to ruin someone else's fucking life if their own personal life is shit? Your own personal life is shitty. You're gonna fire somebody? You're the new kid on the block. These motherfuckers been working there keeping that shit running. And that only speaks to the higher-ups in general. You're willing to do sweeping cuts for what? These people are generating a profit and keeping your business running. There's nothing detrimental happening. I mean, and the term a psychotic bitch. It's not gender specific. A man could be a bitch too, you know. Specific, you know, just say it, you know. What kind of miserable individual fucks up somebody else's life? And this is the reason why we're in a recession. You got too many miserable middle managers attacking people who are just doing things honestly. Same thing in the crypto space. Gary Gensler, Janet Yellen, middle managers attacking honest people doing great things, building things. All right, y'all. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming through to this edition of COPYPASTA. Hopefully, I enlightened you just a little bit. Much love. And I'll see you later.